look, it's Miss Marvel in the opening credits after her show's already run and still no She-Hulk, even though this is her show. It's almost like Marvel's making its characters earn their way into the opening title, and we won't stand for that kind of bullying elitist crap around here, Marvel.
What is the responsibility of those with power?
Is it great power? Then I think we've established that the responsibility is also to be great. Like, for instance, Marvel has great power, so they're responsible to milk every last cent out of every single character ever created for their shareholders. Am I contenting correctly?
I don't have a Savage Jen Walters look. There it is.
Calling this look savage. I might go with befuddled, constipated, disgusted, or Elvis-ish, but definitely not savage.
The only hulking out I'm going to do is in the legal sense.
Damn it, show. What does any of this mean? What is the legal sense of hulking out? Oh, right. Last time I was watching Perry Mason, there was that one scene where the judge was like, are you invoking the standard legal precedent of hulking out vis-a-vis your client's mediation and culpability? And then Perry was like, no, Your Honor, I'm not. I'm simply addressing my client's relationship to hulking as it relates to arbitration and sentencing. Haha, classic Mason.
It's true. I am a Hulk.
And apparently a Deadpool. Any other supers you want to crib from, Sheepool? Dead Hulk?
And I'm guessing you're not going to be able to focus on this fun lawyer show until you know all about that.
I mean, I know these shows get studio notes, but I didn't expect them to just write them directly into the script.
A few months ago, I went on a road trip with my cousin Bruce.
Fourth wall breakeration.
Cheetos and chopsticks?
Yes!
I'm assuming there was a brand deal headed into this episode, and the writers had to find a clever way to introduce Cheetos into their storyline. I mean, it's fine, make your money, but in the car? Wait until the scene between Hulk and She-Hulk on the beach when it makes sense. Eating chopstick Cheetos in a car is worse than texting and driving.
You're not the only genius in the family.
No, there's also Ched.
Ched? Ched? Who the is Ched, and is he really a genius? Will he show up in this show? Is he getting his own Ched Hulk show? How dare you drop this Ched bomb and not follow up on it this episode?
Obviously, Captain America wasn't virgin.
Do you ever get the impression that the Marvel shows spend about 40% of their time looking through fan theories and then spinning plot points out of them? Oh, come on. They're never that easy to press. Sorry, I may be experiencing a bit of residual trauma from helping my nephew out of the car seat recently. Those fucking buckles are brutal on my manicure. Well, that happened fast. Did they have a conversation before the accident that explained a blood mixture would be transformative? The time to explain that is before the accident. Oh, look, another QR code that piques your interest and lets you down with a link to a comic. So the sin, as always, is Q reading. Writing this helpful instruction on the chalkboard outside the stalls instead of inside them where it's more needed.
But you do need shoes, because this is a public bathroom.
Wait, do women carry around an extra pair of shoes with them? And they just happen to be close to the right size? Even if both of those things are true, I'm still seeing how complicated it must be to leave the house as a woman.
I don't need you to put makeup on me.
Yes, you do.
People who push their perception of need onto the person who has a need but insists they need not. You can barely see it, but He-Hulk dives in at the last moment here to Ex Machina these punk assholes. And honestly, the sin is that the show didn't let Jen tear one of their arms off and beat the other two with it. So Jen wakes up in Banner's bunker without a clue as to where she is, how she got there, or if she's safe. You'd think her cousin would leave a note for her to find, or some food, or really just any indication that she's well. But no, the show has to build tension for us and throws out the likelihood that Banner would have been a caring host offering more than some suspicious water and a creepy change of clothes. Installing a speaker that just serves this corner of a concrete stairway.
You never have a choice with these names.
I mean, you never have a choice with the names other people call you, but you always have a choice in how you refer to yourself, Bruce. I didn't spend my whole junior high introducing myself to people as Jabba the Butt just because of that one incident in gym class.
That is not the sentence to take a pause on, Bruce.
Did he take a pause? Let's listen.
After the wreck, and you got a lethal dose of gamma radiation.
Lethal?
Nope. You jumped in without even giving him a chance to pause. Not that I blame you, because the real sin is that Bruce even uses the word lethal to begin with when he knows that it's not going to kill you.
The way it synthesized gamma, I was able to use it to completely heal my arm.
Neat. Great. Can we get back to the person who has suddenly turned into a Hulk and is trying to process what this means to her life?
Jen, this is not going away.
And now Jen will make several decent suggestions as to how it could go away, which will all be thwarted away by some classic Marvel yada yada bullshit. Look, it can't go away because then there isn't a show. That's the real reason. And if you're going to make She-Hulk into some sort of Deadpool light, then I'm disappointed she didn't turn to the camera and just say so. How in the hell has she been eating those silver dollar pancakes? Is she literally taking a single bite out of each one? Why are there 6 half-eaten silver dollar pancakes on this plate? Who only eats half of a silver dollar pancake? Also, this fucking plate is ridiculous. Or maybe it's a bowl? Whatever it is, it's not meant to help anyone, especially a Hulk, eat food. Look at it rock back and forth like a boat. And why eat on an uneven tree stump? Is this table designed to infuriate people and turn them into Hulks? Because I think that is happening to me right now.
Put on a Pixar movie. When Bing Bong jumps out of the wagon and Inside Out.
Using corporate synergy to reopen my only recently healed Bing Bong wounds.
Kind of feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die. Do you have a plan B for that?
No.
Banner is oddly happy about the way he delivers this line. Sure, he's confident the instincts will kick in, but what if they don't?
What do you normally use this chamber for, you psychopath?
She-Hulk is going to continue to be excellent at She-Hulk-sins, isn't she?
No.
This doesn't work on dogs. Do you really think it would work on a She-Hulk?
This is incredible. You don't have an alter ego. You're the only one in there?
As far as I can tell.
I just waited until now to start speaking normally instead of growling and ripping doors off so that it could be a big revelation for the audience. Did it work?
That's about $1 million worth of damage back there, by the way.
Okay, blame shifter. You put her into the situation in the first place. What did you think was going to happen? A tiny turtle Hulk with a glowing unicorn horn was going to pop out of her ass and spray harmless rainbow glitter around the room?
Fine. Teach me how to Hulk, please.
Sure, I've got this. So basically, you're a monster so powerful that it's impossible to hurt or contain you until the plot needs you to be hurt or contained. How am I doing so far?
First, we're going to practice some mindfulness with a few yoga techniques.
Hold on, how's she back to herself now? We just came from an it's not easy being not green conversation, pondering how she didn't know how to turn back, and we're just starting the next scene with her as Jen? What happened between then and now for her to turn back?
Hold in your farts.
Which reminds me of that time I decided to attend a yoga class after eating a bean burrito. Yes, it was brutal. Yes, it was embarrassing. Yes, you can hold in your farts, but it comes with severe consequences and a high likelihood that your intestines will rebel for the rest of the day.
Oh, I thought it was about getting my butt tight as hell. Rubbed up.
Tatiana Maslany is just the best. You'd think the Banner would have reinforced all of the furniture in his Hulk bungalow already.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
He says, while currently sitting beside her bed, having just invaded her sleepy privacy like a f***ing creep. Considering Jen doesn't have her own clothes and all she wears was originally Banner's, it's an absolute sin that we never saw Bruce in this shirt of his.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely.
Misunderstanding how comedy works.
You're going to need 2 wardrobes. One for Jen and one for your Hulk body.
Which immediately brings into question the entirety of this show, which has both Jen and Hulk Jen in the same clothes the entire time. This Hulk training montage goes on for all of the none of this matters because these powers are undefinable amounts of time. But when did she get to shop for perfectly fitted She-Hulk jean shorts?
All I've been doing is showing you the downsides of being a Hulk.
Downsides? Did I miss that bummer vibe during the last montage of fun Hulk moves to upbeat music?
All buzz, no buzz.
Rejected slogan for the Toy Story Space Ranger spin ride at Disney somehow makes it into the episode.
Built this bar by hand?
Yeah, me and Tony.
A nostalgic place with historical importance to a character currently training another superpowered person? I wonder what will happen to it in this episode.
Bruce, I'm not gonna be a superhero.
What else you gonna do as a Hulk?
Defining someone's career prospects by their physical appearance. I'm tall, okay? Why does that mean I have to put the circular orange bouncy thing into the circular orange metal thing?
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me.
The way this show uses Jen being a woman to inform her abilities and control is kind of genius level storytelling stuff. Nicely done, Marvel. I'm giving you this one more sin back, but don't take it for granted, okay?
I'm asking you to reconsider.
And by asking, he means forcibly detaining you.
What, you think you can just say a bunch of mean things like that and then take off?
She said she loved you and wanted to leave. You said no. She said she didn't want to be a superhero like you. You said she has to be. And you're saying that's mean? Instead of smart Hulk, can we go with fragile ego Hulk? The two Hulks will now fight each other because how would we know it was Marvel if they didn't stage some pointless battle between two heroes that doesn't really tell us anything about their relative powers, but instead just gives us some sketchy CGI to look at. Applauding someone to death may be the most passive-aggressive superhero power in the history of the universe. Oh, and the dumbest.
I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
I might be able to get on board with some fourth wall breakage, but did Hulk just hear her talk to the audience as well? Are we fleabagging this shit or just Malcolm in the middling? Because there's a big difference there and I need to know the rules.
Lawyer show.
And she knows she's in a show? I do not understand how to process where this lands in the multiverse and my part in it. Is this like the never-ending story? And I'm riding along with Childlike Empress or some shit?
Don't screw this up, Walters.
Assholing so hard that you're willing to put your own financial well-being at stake by psyching out your own partner.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Convenient. Titania's Titanic terrorism triggering Tatiana's totally timely titular transformation is convenient.
I'm ready to give my closing argument now.
But first, shouldn't everyone be tended to? A ceiling beam collapses, people were nearly smashed by a desk, there's debris everywhere, and the jury likely needs to take a minute to reconnect with reality. We're all impressed that Jen has the emotional fortitude to bypass the shock of the attack and get back to the task at hand, but not everyone is going to keep pace. Maybe ask if everyone's okay first?
Captain America!
A little help for all the parents who had to fill in the blank on this one. Here are some options. Captain America funded several charities. Captain America forgot to buy milk. Captain America fulfilled his greatest wishes before dying heroically, which was to
Green! Green! Green!
Isms, in my opinion, are not good. A person should not believe in an ism. He should believe in himself.
Seems like he was pretty busy.
Pretty good.
You're Hulk again.
Smart Hulk.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. You never have a choice with these names.
Hello. Name's Bruce.
Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level, will ya?
I'm sorry, the idea of being a superhero is not appealing to me. I'm not you.
I don't want your life.
Why wouldn't you listen to someone who's been through all this before?
Shut up! You're not my dad!
You're not your f***ing khakis.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out.
Gonna be a cassette of the movie. We're still in the middle of making it. Oh, that's true, sir. But there's been a new breakthrough in home video marketing. There is? Yes. Instant cassettes. They're out in stores before the movie is finished.
Oh, yeah!